Welcome to GPATINDIA.com. My name is Abhishek Sharma and today we are discussing examination question paper and answer key for Drug Control Officer Recruitment Examination conducted by Rajasthan University of Health Sciences. Exam happened on 18th May 2018. So those who have already appeared for this exam or those who want to appear for this exam in future or want to be a drug control officer or a drug inspector can look at this video. It would be certainly helpful. And today we will discuss a certain part of this exam because it will take too much time to solve all the questions at a time. So we will do it in certain parts. So for looking or if you want to look for that PDF file, you need to go to GPATINDIA.com website. So simplest way, go to GPATINDIA.com and you can look at this section that is called previous papers. It has most of the papers related to pharmacy. Maybe earlier it was GATE, then GPAT, then DCO, patent agent, trademark agent, like that. So here is the drug control officer paper for 2018. If you want to see, you can directly go to RUH's website and it is also available there. So both options are open. So let's start from question 1. So what do you think means? As far as I found, I checked few questions and I didn't find any problem with these answer keys. So first question is, Nernst equation is generally practiced in. So who was Nernst? So Nernst was a German chemist who formulated this equation. Name was Walter Nernst. And you know, Nernst equation relates reduction potential of an electrochemical reaction to the standard electron potential and temperature and activity. So for sure it is related to potentiometry. So this is the correct answer for it. Now second question related to spectroscopy. Match the following term used for explanation. So there are 4 terms: redshift, blueshift, oxochromes and chromophore. So let's start from oxochrome. So what do you think? What is oxochrome? So oxochrome is a substituent that when attached to a chromophore and alters its lambda max and intensity of absorption. And most common examples are hydroxy groups and amino groups. Chromophores are those compounds which are responsible for absorption. And if there is anything which is attached with it, like C double bond C, if you will add one hydroxy group, then it will change the energy of that pi to pi activated electron transition, and at that time that will called oxochrome, because nitrogen has 2 lone pairs, so NH2 is a very good oxochrome to change the double bond potential to absorb any energy. And what are redshift and blueshift? So when the wavelength of red light are longer than those of blue lights, a shift to a longer wavelength is called redshift, and shift to a shorter wavelength is called blueshift. So for an example, deprotonation of phenol results in a redshift, whereas protonation of aniline produces a blue. So correct answer will be D. So P, what was the redshift? Decrease in wavelength. So if you will see, the red light is having highest wavelength in visible range. Wave cure. So violet to red. So violet is near UV, which has lowest wavelength, and then it will increase and go to the last of that is red from, and that's why we see red light, because it has longest wavelength and we can see it from very far. Oxochrome, as I said, hydroxy group and amino group are common oxochromes because they change the absorption. And if you will add an amino group, for example, it will change the intensity of absorption and wavelength. Chromophore are very common, C double bond O group, because they have pi electrons and these are responsible for absorption. And blue shift is fourth one, decrease in wavelength and absorption. So answer D is absolutely correct. Third one, molar absorptivity, a peak associated with excita on pi to pi activated state, generally ranged from. So this is very first question, what is molar absorptivity? So if you will remember the Lambert-Beer law, molar absorptivity is equal to A means absorption upon sample concentration in mole per liter multiplied by length of the path, light path through the sample, that is in centimeter. So molar absorptivity is particularly useful when we are comparing the spectra of different compounds and determining the relative strength of light absorbing functions. That means chromophore. So it will, so if one compound is having higher molar absorptivity, that means it is having absolute more absorption. So whenever we will see that pi to pi, the double bond containing chromophores are having highest molar absorptivity. So if you will ask me, ethylene molar absorptivity is around 15,000. So I feel like all these answers are wrong. So that means that is the nearest possible answer for nearest possible correct answer for this question. It can be more than 10,000, but here I would say it is the correct answer among all these fours. So next question is related to IR, infrared, and very common in GPAT question papers. So they are asking which is the correct order of increasing wave number of stretching vibrations of alkane, alcohol, ketone, and alkyne. So if you will remember those wave numbers, so for CH and OH it range from around 2850 to 2960 centimeter inverse and 32003600 centimeter inverse for hydroxy groups respectively. And for C double bond O keto group it is around 1700, and alkynes C triple bond C it is around 2200 centimeter inverse. So the correct answer is D. So carbonyl groups 1700, then alkynes 2200, then alkenes which is 2850 to 2960, and hydroxy groups has the highest wave number, that is 3200 to 3600 centimeter inverse. So correct answer is D for me, absolutely correct answer. So next question is solochrome black indicator used in which type of titration? So if you remember, solochrome black is a metallochromatic indicator which used to titrate magnesium, zinc, cadmium, manganese with EDTA, or back titrating lead, cobalt at pH 10. So I would say it is a complexometric titration, and it is also used by application of masking agent. That is the correct answer, and it is the correct replacement of arichrome black. So but what are next question is what are aprotic solvents? So aprotic means they are not giving us hydrogen. So aprotic solvents have dissociable hydrogen atoms, whereas aprotic solvent have no dissociable hydrogen atoms. So I would correct my statement. So protic solvent have dissociable hydrogen atoms, whereas aprotic solvent have no dissociable hydrogen. And its name aprotic means no proton. So that means no acid or no base. So correct answer is C. Next question is, in gas chromatography, which detector is preferred when analyzing of drug contain halogen? So So, so I would say it's ECD, electron capture detector, because it measures the electron capture degree by using a radioactive beta particle. It is, and you know, it is commonly used to detect carbonyls, nitrogens, halogens, nitro compounds, and organometallics, which are the electronegative and with electron withdrawing compounds. So correct answer is C. So next question is glass electrode used in pH measurement is. So it's very simple. These are ion selective electrodes. Yeah. So next question, in size exclusion chromatography of a mixture of molecule, which one will elute first? The largest molecule is the correct answer, because larger molecular weight will not be trapped but will flow through the gel. Very simple. Next question is, iodine vapor for TLC are used to detect the, I would say, unsaturated compounds, because iodine has high affinity for both unsaturated and aromatic compounds. The drug bisacodyl is acid titrate. Simple. If you will remember the potentiometric titrations, bisacodyl titrate with 0.1 molar per chloric acid, determining the endpoint using potentiometric titration. B is the correct answer. An example of strongly acidic cation exchange resin is, so if you will remember, resins containing sulfonic acid as their functional group are called strongly acidic cation exchange resins, since their acidity is strong as hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid. So correct answer is sulfonated polystyrene. Which method cannot useful for bacterial endotoxin test? So now remind, bacterial endotoxin test. So there are 3 bacterial endotoxin tests. So first one is gel clot technique, which is based on gel formation. Second is turbidimetric method, based on the development of turbidity after cleavage of an endogenous substrate. And third one is chromogenic technique, which is based on the development of color after cleavage of a synthetic peptide chromogen complex. So correct answer is titrimetric method. I don't think there is any method which can titrate bacterial endotoxins. So next question is related to bioassays. Which type of bioassay methods are not type of graded response? So if you remember bioassay methods, there are 2 kind of bioassay method. One is quantal assays, that is called direct endpoint, and second one is graded response assay. Mostly for it is used for tissues. So I would say the endpoint method cannot be answered for graded response type of bioassay, because there are 3 3 kind of methods are used for graded response bioassays. Is interpolation, where concentration of unknown is read from a standard plot of a log dose response curve of at least 4 submaximal concentrations. Second one is matching or bracketing. In this method, dose bracketed with the varying doses of a standard till exact match is obtained. And third one is multiple point assay. That means it can be 3-point assay or 4-point assay, which combine 4 people of matching with their interpolation. So correct answer is endpoint method. Graded response method cannot have endpoint method. 15th question. If a drug is unretained by the stationary phase and elute with the solvent from the retention factor is, obviously its answer is 0, because column is not retaining that compound. That means there is no retention for this compound. Second question, next question. According to pharmacopoeia, which organism used for vitamin B12 activity assay? So correct answer, Lactobacillus leishmanii. That's fine, that's correct answer. Next question, which test organism is used for microbial assay of tetracycline? So correct answer is Bacillus cereus. Yes, it is fine. So for Gaussian peak having trailing factor of, so trailing factor, like whenever you will look at a peak, it should be symmetric. If peak is going more at right side, that means there is tailing. So ideally it should be 1 because both right side and left side peak area ratio should be 1. So correct answer is C. 19th, densiometric detection of component can be done by, so HPTLC. HPTLC, the high performance thin layer chromatography, has a densiometric cameras which measure the concentration on the basis of peak density of the color. 20th question, for detection of spots of amino acid on a paper chromatogram, the most widely used method is, so I would say the spray of ninhydrine. If you remember, ninhydrine test is colorimetric test with amines, particularly with alpha amino acids, carboxylic acids and free amino acids on simple or complex protein. So this is the good method if compound is having free groups. For example, if there is any amino acid which is not having that, like proline, this test will not work, like that will not turn into blue. So correct answer is C. If I will compare all of these, C is the correct answer. Next question, which of the following is opium? A is the correct answer because we collect opium from it, like dried latex. We exudate the capsule and collect that, and that is used as a opium. Other things are not, because ripened capsule will not have that. Alcoholic extract, no. And alcoholic extract of poppy store doesn't make sense. So correct answer is A. So atropine is a 1:1 D or L is hyoscyamine. This is the correct answer. Which of the following is the common skeletal for physiologically active ergoline alkaloid? Lysergic acid. If you will remember, this is a psychoactive substance and just have one functional group on ergoline alkaloid. Next question, same species, I would say. Which of the following is a reagent for alkaloids? So correct answer is potassium tetraiodomercurate. As you know, it is an inorganic compound which contains potassium cation and tetraiodomercurate ion. It is another name is a Nestler reagent, and it is used to detect ammonia. That's why it worked with the alkaloid very well. So remember, Nestler reagent, potassium tetraiodomercurate. Next question is, ergotoxin is a mixture of. So earlier ergotoxin was considered as a single component, but actually it is not a single component. It is a mixture of 3 alkaloids, which are ergocristine, ergocornine, and ergocryptine. So correct answer is B. Next question, again from ergot. Ergot powder gives blue color bid. So this is the correct answer. Para-dimethyl benzaldehyde. This is also called Vanerk's reagent and it gives blue color. Yes. Which is not chemical constituent of naturally obtained from opium? Morphine, yes. Codeine, yes. Narcotine, yes. Heroin, no. So D is the correct answer. Heroin, if you remember, it's both hydroxy group of the morphine are converted into ester, diacetylated. That is heroin. That is synthetic, semi-synthetic opioid. So correct answer is D. Next question is, Palthicina is identified with. So if we will look at all these answers, these two, A and C, are controversial to each other, and that is another way to solve the problem. So I will cut B and D, and I will look answer from A and C in general sense, not for this particular question, but that is another way to sort out certain MCQ questions, because one is saying absence of anthraquinone glycoside and another one is saying presence of anthraquinone glycoside. So I'm sure answer should be any of these two in any case if we have that kind of problem. So what is palthe-senna? So palthe-senna is a adulteration material in Indian senna leaves. So if you will look at British pharmacopoeia, they are quite concerned about it, because whatsoever things exported on the name of Indian senna is spiked with 5 to 10% with this palthe-senna, and palthe-senna doesn't have any anthraquinone glycoside. So it looks like, but it is not senna, and it is called Acacia auriculata, which is even not belongs to sinusides. It doesn't have sinusides, so correct answer is A. So 29th question, which is not the biological source of Cinchona. If you will remember, Cinchona calicia called yellow bark, Cinchona officinalis colorless bark, Cinchona succirubra red bark. So correct answer is Cinchona indica. This is not the correct biological source for Cinchona. Next question is, clove belongs to following family. So I would say botanical name Syzygium aromaticum, and family is Meritaceae. So remember, that is the correct answer. So I would say those guys who are much more interested in this paper, they can go through with the following link. There are number of papers, which means number of questions which they can look, and if they found any problem with any answer, they can write in hard paper to Rajasthan University of Health Sciences. And I would say paper is of good quality, much more concerned about analysis, microbiology, and it also have some questions related to pharmacopoeia. So I would say it's balanced. I would accept. I would accept like all a person who is going to be a drug control officer should have knowledge of all of these. So those who have already written this examination, I would say good luck, and I hope you will get successful and your answers will match with the correct answer sheets. So good luck. Be a passionate pharmacist. If you have any question or concern, just write